There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name.
Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You watching Casino Is the Name. I'm here with my brother, Columbus, a.k.a. Marcus.
Man, what's going on, my boy?
Not much, man. So in this video, we're going to talk about the importance of your business circle, or the importance of your circle for success.
Oh, yeah.
So he came up to visit, and it just made me realize, you know, through our talks and conversations of like how important your circle really is for progression.
Oh yeah. It's a must to have a good circle around you whenever you in business, you know what I'm saying, in the job world, anything, man.
Yeah.
If you're around the wrong people, you ain't gonna progress like you want to.
Yeah, and it's crazy because, like, you know, in my circle, you know, we're not, I don't want to say we're the greatest circle of friends as far as like, we have the most opportunities in the world, but we are pretty well established and connected to a lot of powerful people. And so, you know, a call to my sister could be, you know, she might know somebody who works at the Supreme Court or at the White House, and you know, a call to me,
like that.
Yeah, a call to me, I might know somebody working in the CIA or NASA, and you know, a call from him might be somebody, and so you just never know how all of these things are connected. And you know what else I realized is, at the age that we are now,
Yeah.
most of the, you know, like, remember we was in the military. Me and him was in the military together, by the way. We was in the
man.
Air Force together.
Yeah.
And so when we went in and enlisted years ago, when we were Airman Basic, Senior Airman, and stuff like that, the people who are still in from our time, it was 20 years ago. It was like it was about 20 years ago,
Yeah, 20 years ago.
So 20 years ago, those people who would have been in until their 20-year mark, you know what they are now? Chiefs, senior master sergeants.
Yeah.
Some of them have gone become officers, and they're lieutenant colonels,
And
or
that's
majors.
part of, and that could be your circle.
That could be our circle because we knew them since a certain time frame.
Yeah.
So of course, when you're younger and you're, you know, you probably don't know anybody, or you may not know that many people that you're on a first name basis with who are in a position of power. But just through time, these people have moved into prominent positions.
Yep.
And of course, we just know them as
And
Nikki, Lowe's, whoever, you know.
That's why you keep in contact with people. You never burn bridges. You know what I'm saying? That's part of having a good circle.
Yeah, so my advice for anybody who may be trying to build a circle or whatever, I would suggest finding older people, maybe family members or just older people that you can connect with, because they may know somebody who's also in a prominent position. Because let's say you're 21, right? And you're like, man, most of my friends are still in the college dorms, or they're still like in the hood or whatever. But you may have an older cousin or older brother who became a doctor or became a lawyer or something like that, and you might be able to piggyback off of their social circle that just has grown. Like, you know, they may be 30s, 40s,
just like you said,
50s
the person don't have to be in your circle. You just have to know somebody that knows somebody in another circle.
Right, and then you can start building your circle off of that.
Oh yeah.
So how would you say, give me one thing that I guess you could say that just having some people in your circle has benefited you in some kind of way.
He want me to talk about what happened today.
Ain't talking about today.
He want to talk about what.
Don't talk about today.
I'm gonna talk about today. Okay. So this man right here is in my circle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just came down here to visit, holler at my boy, all that. Next thing you know, he telling me all this information about GS positions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I tried that years ago. It didn't work out for me. You know what I'm saying? But
so we did a whole master class today.
Yeah, a whole master class just going back, reiterating all
how to get a
stuff.
6-figure job,
all that
GS job over a period of time.
How to get in, which GS position you want, all that. So next thing you know, he called his sister.
Yeah.
He called his sister. She just told me straight up, "Hey man, one of my friends, close buddy of mine, just got a director position.
Yeah.
And he could probably help get you in the door. That's all I need, get in the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So then he was like, I think he said something like, well, what grade is he interested in? And then she was like, he just want to put in the door.
And that's like,
and
no,
he said,
I'm on the phone.
He's like, I can guarantee him one.
Yeah, I'm on the phone. He was like, hey, he was like, oh, did you got the call back? He could guarantee you a GS certain. But if we could still try to get this and this and this, but we could guarantee this. So basically, they could guarantee my.
Yeah, because it's an entry level, and he is a professional, right? He does come from a professional background, and even the GS position might even be. It could be a step back for him, but it'll get him in the door. So we don't want to take a step back. We're actually going to keep looking for something.
Yeah, that's why she was like, hey, we could try to get this right here, but this isn't guaranteed.
Yeah.
But just
this
your foot in the door is
guaranteed, right? He's a disabled veteran, so he'll be a shoe-in. He has a professional career already.
And the thing, I didn't really think about GS positions until I came to visit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got a pretty nice position where I'm at now, but a GS position, the growth from where I'm at is just,
into six figures. You know, everybody pretty much. I actually almost everybody I know in Atlanta or in this area that is a GS is now in the six figures. Like that I have in my social circle, because remember, we started out, some of us sevens, I started as a GS seven, some of us started out as fives, and there's even a couple of people who started out as fours, but because of age and time, you know, after 5-6 years, they have just moved into six figures at this point, you know? And, you know, it's crazy to see people go from making $40,000 a year to $105,000 a year, whatever, in a short period of time. But these are some of the people that I grew with, and baby boomers are going out, and they're replacing baby boomers with our generation. So, but, you know, just having people like, we talked to my sister, and her partner just so happens to become the new director.
See, that was her circle.
And
that
that's
was
her
circle.
But I call, you know what I'm saying? Got on the phone, she's in my circle.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? He's in my circle.
There you go.
So
and it's all connected.
It just trickles down, man. Yeah, and it worked out perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Yeah,
and then a government contractor that I had worked with in the past, she made a call. Well, somebody called her and reached out and said, hey, we got a position. You know anybody who'd be interested in it? It's a six-figure position, and they just had to have a certain prerequisite amount of experience. And they reached out to me and was like, you know, that contractor reached out to me and said, hey, would you be interested in doing this thing? And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's six figures, baby. Let's get it, right? But, you know, it's just about being in certain circles and being in the know, you know.
Using your circle and other people's circles from the people you know. You know what I'm saying? Just let it trickle down, man. But you gotta be able to communicate.
Got to be able to communicate.
Got to be able to communicate.
They got to know that
yourself.
You're interested.
Yeah.
They got to know that you're interested.
Yeah, you got to market yourself too, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
got to do the work, but also use your circle.
Yeah. Yeah, because like right now we're about to make him a superstar. Okay, he is a professional. Has all these professional things that he's done: admin work, leadership, management. He's done all of those things. Ex-military, all of that. And you know, the resume is one of the most important things when it comes. It's the most important thing when it comes to trying to land a position and knowing how to get your resume in the right place. Most of us won't know. I didn't know. I was an accountant. Well, yes, I had finished my accounting degree. So I was an accountant and did not know how to make myself look better on my resume because I had the degree and I had the education, but I didn't know how to actually make it come across to the employer or to whoever was interested in that, right? And so somebody had to show me, and in turn, he's in my circle. So I show him, right? So now he's gonna be able to put his stuff in his resume where now we can go after higher grades and other opportunities and things like that. But he already has the skill set. We just gotta be able to write it.
Just gotta put it in words.
Yeah. And so now he can see the difference too, right? Like it's not just me saying it, right? Like you will see that. I saw the difference when somebody showed me. I was like, okay, I'm not doing that. Like I didn't know that
it got to
existed.
click though. It got to click. Somebody could be telling you something and it just don't click the first time.
Yeah, I didn't understand. Yeah, that's what's crazy. That's that's exactly how I ended up working in audit. I was working at the Department of Veteran Affairs. Right?
Yeah,
I was working in accounting, and I was an accounting technician. Right, so I wasn't an accountant, but I was technically able to move into an accountant position. But I was an accounting technician, and I didn't really know why there wasn't better career progression for somebody like me there. Because I was done with my degree, and I'm like, where can I go? They was like, there's nowhere really for you to go. There's no, higher grades for you to really move into from where you are. And so I was talking to a lady, and she said, oh, you know what? You just need to go where they value you. And I was like, not really sure what that means. But what he's saying, not being, not fully clicking. It didn't click
the first time.
I didn't understand what she meant. She was like, you got to go where they value you. And
a lot of times it takes that second time. It takes that second time, sometimes third time.
It was longer than, it was more than the second time. She said it like every day.
Yeah.
You got to go where they value you. And she'll walk back down the hall. I'm like, what?
Sometimes it takes longer.
Y'all don't value me here.
For things to click, man.
Yeah, and I was like, I know they value me here, right? Because everybody's utilizing my skill set. I know they value me. They tell me I do such a great job. I know they value me. But that's not what she meant. She meant I need to go to an organization because the VA, which is where I was at, they don't value accountants. You need to go where they value accountants. If you're an accountant. If you're a lawyer, you need to go where they value lawyers. It might be Department of Justice. It might be, I don't even know, some kind of counsel position, like some kind of office of counsel. You need to go where they value you, and they will promote you based off that. If you're a nurse, you need to go to a hospital. If you're a nurse and you're working in a records room at some kind of business office, and you're like, why can't I get promoted? You can't get promoted because you're a nurse.
In the wrong place.
You need to go where they value nurses. Okay? So same thing though, but it has to click though. Somebody could keep saying something over and over, and then you just have to.
It got to click, man. Because once it click, just like you said earlier, once it clicked, then you had that confidence. Once you have that confidence, you feel like you can do anything.
Yeah, and confident, man, that's crazy because that was a big part of earlier today. Yeah. All we talked about was just confidence, right? Just feeling more confident. Do you feel more confident?
Yeah, because the confidence got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you new to something, you're not confident. It's just like in sports.
Yeah.
When the rookie come in, he's not as good because he's not confident yet because he don't have enough playing time.
Right.
But once you have that confidence and you start feeling like you can do whatever is put in front of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a different story.
It's a completely different story. As a matter of fact, when you first came, did you have a different preconceived notion?
Yeah, because when you first started talking about everything, I was listening. I'm always listening.
He was listening, but he wasn't hearing me.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Or vice versa. However you put that. But yeah, so now that.
See, the confidence level is up now.
It's way up.
You know what I'm saying?
I can tell it's up.
Oh, yeah. It's up. But, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see what happens.
Yeah, but that just still all just comes from your circle, Let me ask you a question. Why do you think you didn't become a doctor?
I didn't want to go to school.
Didn't want to go to school. Okay. Now.
I didn't want to go to school that long.
Now.
Put it like that.
Okay. Now, if your mom was a doctor and your dad was a doctor and your grandparents were both doctors on both sides.
The pressure would be on me to
and
be
all
a
your
doctor.
brothers and sisters were doctors, were doctors. Do you think it was possible that you would have probably became a doctor?
It's a good percentage.
It's higher. It's higher than it was without them.
It's a higher percentage if they wasn't, but it'll be a good percentage.
But you know why that is? You know what that is?
The circle.
The circle. You're exposed to it. If you eat dinner every day with your mom who's a doctor, your dad who's a doctor, they're constantly on you about school and education, and they're like, hey, I can help you with this.
It becomes the norm.
It becomes the norm.
It becomes the norm.
Success becomes the norm. That's what kind of circle we in. Where success is the norm. Success is the norm, man. My sister messed me up. So I do amazing things, you know? And so all of her friends did amazing things and stuff like that. So of course, it just became the norm to seek greatness. Like my goal is to be in the SES, and most people don't even know what that is, but that's what my goal is. Yeah, but that's what my goal is, and that's equivalent to being like a general in the military branch. So I have already been equivalences of majors or, you know, things like that, lieutenant colonel. But my goal is to be equivalent to a general, and I'll get there through SES. And so if I was speaking to the version of me who was in the military saying, hey, you should look into becoming a general, like I would have laughed at myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have laughed at whoever was telling me, they're like, bro, I'm not going to college. I'm not going to be trying to do all that school stuff. I don't see it. But then my circle changed and my perspectives changed.
Yep.
And so that's just kind of that. So hopefully his perspective continues to change. I'm going to keep pushing it. So anyway, right now you're watching Casino is the Name. You want to tell him anything?
Circle is the word, man.
Circle is the word.
Circle is the word, man. Just think about your circle.
That's right. We out of here.
There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the Name.